This gear weighs about 60 pounds, and that includes the vest, the added rifle, as well as this helmet. I've only been wearing it for about 20 minutes, and I can already feel it weighing down on my lungs. So just to imagine them going through this unforgiving terrain as they search for the suspect. For context, we're talking about Whitesburg, Kentucky. There's about 1,700 people who live in this small community, 20,000 if you're talking about Letcher County as a whole. I'm standing off of US 119 in the Cumberland area of Harlan County. If you look behind me, you can see some debris underneath the guardrails. That's from a crash that happened over the weekend that killed 2 people. Firefighters are continuing to suppress and contain the fire that you can see behind me. Crews go out and up in bucket trucks just like this one, looking for damage along with stolen copper, which was devastated by floodwaters from Saturday and Sunday. If you take a look behind me, you can see a lot of the mud right now. The river water was actually covering the bases of some of these businesses. Smart to have a go bag. I like to bring this one. I know it's a little bit big. Just have some stuff in it you might need, like an extra coat, water, food, and I like to bring my Kindle with the goal to keep the Hazard Police Department moving forward and not looking back through the rearview mirror. Now behind me was an apartment complex left completely destroyed, belongings littering the ground like this teddy bear left behind. It was a day many folks in Big Stone Gap have been waiting for. The sentencing of Michael Donovan White for the November 2021 murder of Officer Michael Chandler, who was killed in the line of duty on his 29th birthday. Walking with officers out of the courtroom with a sentence of 100 years, essentially life in prison.
We now know for certain that Michael White will die behind bars. He'll die alone, he'll die cold in a box. And that's the only silver lining in all of this.
Prosecutors said with White's extensive criminal history and his complete lack of remorse for his crime, he deserved the maximum sentence.
To any perpetrator, any criminal that wants to harm the brave men and women that wear the shield, if you harm them, we will find you, we will arrest you, we will prosecute you, and if you take someone's life, you will never see the light of day ever again.
At the hearing, 6 family members read statements, reliving their last moments with Chandler, asking the judge to put White away for good, wanting nothing more than to have Chandler back and hear his voice one last time.
While the sentencing doesn't bring Michael back, it offers closure. He died protecting our community, a daily risk that every officer accepts when wearing the badge.
Sighs of relief when the sentencing was announced. Judge Elkins saying he would not hesitate to sentence White to death if the law was different.
In my opinion, the Commonwealth of Virginia had every right and every interest in sending Michael White on the fast tracks to hell. But we did not have that option.
On the day that we buried Officer Chandler, I promised his wife, Natasha, that I would do everything within my power to see that Michael's killer never spent another day as a free man. Since that day, one of my main motivations every morning has been to fulfill that promise. My hope is that today marks day 1 that we can begin to feel some peace and some closure.
A video played to honor Chandler, giving family, friends, and brothers of the badge a chance to remember his legacy. His widow, Natasha Chandler, saying her life will never be the same.
Justice, the very principle he gave his life defending, has been served. This verdict marks a new chapter for my life. Though the path ahead remains challenging, I know that God will continue to guide us.
A legacy of hard work and sacrifice in the line of duty. When the judge asked White if he had anything to say before the sentencing was announced, he said, "I'm good." Now, loved ones say, although this sentencing will not bring Chandler back, justice was served. In Wise County, Amelia Lee, WYMT, Mountain News. A viral social media video showing the moment Janet Hendricks' car was reportedly hit off the road by an 18-wheeler while she was driving on Kentucky 7 on June 18th. Nearly 1 month later, a lawsuit has been filed by Janet and her husband, James Hendricks, against the driver of the tractor trailer, Jeffrey Pyron, Chase Towing LLC, and Blackhawk Mining LLC.
Our primary concern moving forward is obviously getting justice for Janet and getting her fully recovered. We want Route 7 to be patrolled. And we want the speed limit to be enforced.
Hendrick's attorney, David Johnson, says her life is forever changed.
She basically had both legs crushed. She had an elbow crush. She had a broken collarbone, 5 broke ribs, a lacerated lung. She had a cast on every limb.
Kentucky 7 has reportedly been a problem area for a while. Jesse Day with the Perry County Sheriff's Office telling me this road fluctuates between 35, 45, and 55 miles per hour.
For the last 10 years, we've got multiple complaints of big trucks speeding on the road, driving reckless. It's kind of a dangerous road.
Perry County native Burl Hurt took me to the road it all started on. He says he's driven on this road for years and fears for the safety of everyone who has to take that route.
The way that truck hit that car, it could have easily been a bus, and we could have had multiple fatalities.
I'm off of Kentucky 7 in Cornettsville, where folks tell me they're worried about tractor trailers just like these two going too fast on this road. They say they have one message: slow down. Johnson says the drivers of the trucks get paid by the amount of truckloads of coal they deliver in one day, which could contribute to their high rate of speed.
It's easy to determine that there's no way they're driving the speed limit, and that puts the public in danger.
In Perry County, Amelia Lee, WYMT, Mountain News. As folks in southern Kentucky continue the recovery process after the May 16th tornado, some are bringing a little bit of music back to the communities they love. I sat down with the couple who owns Mountain Sound Guitar Works in London. The two are now refurbishing guitars that were damaged during the deadly storm. London, Kentucky natives Logan and Ashley Powell are giving back to their community, one guitar at a time.
Bringing this hope and coping mechanism back to them, because it's a absolutely wonderful therapy to be able to sit down and play an instrument.
Logan is disabled, making it difficult for him to do manual labor during the cleanup process. So to help, he's using the skills he has to repair storm-damaged guitars and give them back to folks who need a little bit of hope.
Everyone wants to help everybody. And I love that. That's part of what I love about the music community.
Last week, WYMT spoke with tornado survivor Dustin McQueen. He lost his home and most of his instruments during the tornado. The Powells now bringing him a donated guitar.
Originally, whenever I reached out to him to offer him a free guitar, he refused it. Said he didn't want to take away from anybody else. And immediately we're like, yeah, that's the guy that's going to get a guitar, as far as we're concerned.
Ashley saying this restoration is helping folks reclaim a vital piece of their lives back after living through such devastation.
I know, how important this stuff is for people, and I want people to keep making music.
Shaking out the debris, cleaning off the plaster and insulation, restringing, then handing them off to make a beautiful melody once again.
When there's just a lot of chaos and dust settles, it's just calming.
Healing through music. Mountain Sound Guitar Works is partnering with the Kentucky Music Hall of Fame to collect instrument donations, bringing them to folks who lost theirs during the storm.